They're just coming to settle. And maybe taking a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. And as you're taking the breath, just stretching at the body if that's okay for you. And as you breathe out, just letting the belly and the chest relax, shoulder blades drop down the back. But maybe just keeping a bit of straightness in the spine if that's okay for you. But also making sure you're comfortable with the practice. And then just bringing your awareness to the breath. Maybe noticing the belly rising on the in-breath and dropping on the out-breath. Just following that movement to the breath. Becoming aware of the movement of the chest with the breath. The ribs expanding, sternum lifting on the in-breath and contracting on the out-breath. If you're sitting against the back of a chair, maybe you're noticing the movement of the chest against the chair. And becoming aware of the movement of the shoulders. Maybe the shoulders rising on the in-breath and dropping on the out-breath. In the mind wanders, just coming back to the breath. And then becoming aware of the movement of the air at the nostrils. Cooler air entering the nose and the warmer air leaving. Just finding that one spot where you can really sense the movement. Just maintaining your full focus just on this one area. And expanding your awareness to the whole of the breath. We're just following the movement of the breath. The cooler air comes in the nose and the belly rises, the chest expands, the shoulders rise. As the warm air leaves, belly drops, the chest contracts, and the shoulders return to their original position. Breath like the wave, our awareness just like surfing that wave. Each time the mind wanders, just coming back to the breath, coming back to the movement of the body with the breath. You're just following the breath. Maybe becoming aware of the space between the in-breath and the out-breath, and the out-breath and the in-breath. There's that stillness, that quietness in the body. Each time the mind wanders, just coming back to the breath. And then just bring your awareness particularly to the out breaths. But just having that awareness of the whole breath, but just particular attention on the out breath. See what happens in the body. We have this focus on breathing out. Maybe sense of relaxation. Maybe it's almost like the awareness dropping into the body. Then with the next out breath, just allowing your attention to move down the body, down to the toes. And as you breathe in, scanning up from the toes to the top of the head. As you breathe out from the top of the head down to the toes. We're just gently scanning up and down the body. Being curious about what sensations are there at the moment, but not getting caught up in any one particular sensation. Just noting, using the breath so your attention gently moves, doesn't stop in any one area. If there are areas that you particularly notice, the sensations, then maybe just being curious about your response. Do you find yourself avoiding them, getting caught up in the sensation, the thoughts, emotions? Just continue to scan the body up from the toes, top of the head, and down again, but with that curiosity, both about the sensations, but also about your response to them. And when you notice you might have got caught up in thinking, and just coming back to the breath, back to the scanning of the body. When letting go, particular attention on breath and body. And maybe just asking yourself, how am I? How is my body at this moment in time? Just noting sensations, the responses in the body, the curiosity. Maybe just finding somewhere that feels comfortable, feels safe, where you can feel grounded. Maybe just a small area, maybe the tip of the big toe, part of the hands, or maybe the whole of the lower body. Just finding what works for you. Somewhere that makes you really feel connected, grounded, and secure, whatever else is going on in the body. Maybe just keeping that connection. And just checking in with any emotions or feelings that are there at the moment. There may be one strong one, maybe fleeting ones. Might not particularly have a name for it, but you're just again noting, how am I in my emotions and my moods? Not getting caught up in them, using that sense of the connection, grounding, sense of safety within the body, as you just touch in to notice what emotions are there at this moment in time. Maybe noticing, are they connected with sensations in the body? Are there particular feelings that you might have that leads to tension Maybe the shoulders or the belly or the chest. Particular aches or happy feeling. It leads to a sense of relaxation in the body. Again, just look at this with curiosity. You find you're really getting caught up in emotions, sensations, and just coming back to the breath. Coming back to that one point in the body where you feel safe and grounded. And then just checking in with the mind. Are there particular thoughts that keep popping up? Is your mind constantly going to something that's just happened or happened in the past? Is your mind running off into the future? Planning or worrying? Or are you daydreaming? And again, it's just that curiosity about where your mind goes. You're not getting caught up in those particular thoughts, just noting and letting them go. Even if the mind keeps returning, you keep remembering something, it keeps coming back. Just having that curiosity. Maybe noticing what happens to the body, the particular thoughts that come up. What happens to the body? Do you notice there might be some tension in the body, some relaxation? Again, it's just that curiosity. The thoughts, the worries, rumination about things in the past. There's a tension. It's anticipation of something good that allows the body just to relax. Just being curious. And then maybe notice, just before we move on, about how you are in body, mind and emotions. If we're just doing a weather check, how we are at this moment in time. We're just going to settle the mind and then come back to how we are. We're using this assessment of how we are at this moment in time to look at our needs. At this moment in time, just going to rest the mind in the midst of the present. Just allowing all our thoughts, sensations, emotions just to rise, display and go again. Not getting caught up in thinking, not getting caught up in any of our experiences. Just resting in present moment awareness. If your mind starts wandering, as our minds often do, just coming back to the breath, just with a gentle touch. Just aware, coming back to the present, anchoring in the present. Still with that open awareness. Just that gentle touch to the breath. Help us to stay present. It's checking where your mind is. Has it wandered off? And if so, just using the breath to come back to the present. And just keeping this open awareness, this spaciousness, just touching in to what you noted about how you're feeling in the body and mind, emotions. Simply keep that open awareness of all the sensations, all the things that are happening, all our experiences, but also just touching in with an appreciation of how we are at this moment in time. We're just going to drop a question in. When we drop the question in, just see what arises. So it's not a question to analyze and think about. Just like a drop of water hitting a pond and watching the ripples. What do I need most this moment in time? What do I need most at this moment in time? If something comes up, just noticing it and letting it go. If nothing comes up, that's okay, just sitting in that present moment awareness. What do I need most this moment in time? And then just letting go of the question. And then dropping in the question. What gets in the way of me having what I need? What gets in the way of me having what I need? What gets in the way of having what I need? Then just letting go of this question and dropping the question. What can I do to help me meet this need? Okay, just seeing what rises. If something comes up, just noticing it, letting it go, and see if something else comes up. What can I do to meet this need? What can I do to meet this need? And then dropping that question. dropping in the question, what would change if I even met a little bit of this need? What would change if I met even a little bit of this need? What would change if I even met a little bit of this need? Letting go of the question and just dropping in the last question. What can I do today or this week to help meet this need? What can I do today or this week to help meet this need? What can I do today or this week to help meet this need? And then just letting go of the question, coming back to rest and awareness. Sensing in how the body's mind, emotions are at this moment in time. And then just offering ourselves a wish based on our needs. Whatever was right for you, you might bring your hands over your heart. Maybe say to yourself, may I just give a wish, whatever that need is, how you might meet it. And then extending that wish out. Because if we have such a need, there'll be others in the world with a similar need. Maybe with a wish, like, as I have this need, so do other people. May they find ways managing this need, as I too find ways. And then just letting go of any images, sensing, and opening the eyes.